Waalaikumsalam. Sorry lambat sikit. Saya tertinggal kabel internet. So saya call technician. Pinjam cari ni. Otherwise saya kena pergi cari classroom. Sekejap saya nak share sekejap slide for today. A dah dapat kan? B belum dapat. Okay, group B. Saya dah share. Check your telegram. Dah dapat?
Yes.
Okay. Sekejap. Saya nak share dengan. Okay. So how is it your test? Last Saturday? Okay. Your test okay tak?
Not sure.
Not sure. Soalan direct kan? Soalan direct, isn't it?
Yes.
Exactly almost the same as we have discussed in class. Okay, acquisition. If you notice, saya ada mention kat you all, try the same question. Kata, let's try. Saya minta you all try. If the acquisition dia awal tahun. Remember, dia punya increase is on 1st January. Anyone remember my instruction? Ingat tak? Kan? So saya dah suruh you all buat. Okay? Secara indirectly. Kalau siapa buat tu, okay lah. Okay? Sebab you kena ada exposure. What if kalau acquisition dia punya changes is during the year, and what if the changes is beginning of the year, and then what if the changes end of the year. Okay. Tapi for your information, end of the year tu kita tak test lah, because kalau end of the year dia tak ada treatment. Okay? Dia tak ada significant. There's no such treatment dia tak significant lah. Okay. Sebab dia dah nak closing at that time changes berlaku. So kita tak incorporate. Alright. So normally question will be beginning of the year ataupun during the year. Okay. Now I'm sharing my screen. Let's look at first the lecture. Tengok dulu what is what treatment with regards to decrease in shareholding. Alright. So this week is already week 11. Okay, so week 11 and this week 11 kita baru nak masuk decrease. Okay, week 12 kita akan masuk lagi. Week 12 supposed to be foreign operation. 13 and 14 it should be cash flow. One is direct, the other one is indirect. But for the cash flow, actually we can combine. Okay, within 1 week kita boleh settlekan. Okay, so sebab next week saya nak kita hands on untuk answer how to attempt test 2. So I will share test 2 question nanti next week kita discuss sama-sama in class. Okay, example of test 2 question in the SOPL. Okay, so untuk accommodate, okay, decrease in shareholding. Alright, so saya also provide question sama macam soalan yang saya provide untuk increase in shareholding, where you can see the overall effect. Okay, what be the effect in SOPL, SOCHARE and also SOPI. Okay, so saya pun design one question. Okay, mata juga saya masukkan satu adjustment which is unrealized profit. Okay, and then from there kita akan work out lah. Okay, ini untuk hari ni kita discuss sub to sub. Okay, tutorial nanti kita discuss associate to sub. So I will associate to sub. Soalan ni dah ada dalam as question yang saya share dengan you all tu. Yang tu kita akan discuss next meeting. Okay, let's look at what's the difference between increase and decrease in shareholding. Can you see my screen? Nampak?
Yes, nampak.
Okay, so decrease in shareholding. Okay, so when parents' entity interest in the subsidiary decreases, okay, which is opposite with the increases. Okay, kalau increase, alright, the number of controlling interest will increase, but for decrease, the percentage of controlling interest will be decreased. So the two circumstances when the interest of controlling could decrease. One is when investor dispose share. Okay, so opposite, okay, last time acquisition, piecemeal acquisition in stages. Acquisition 1, and then followed by second acquisition. Okay, same goes to this case where investor might dispose the acquisition, they might dispose certain amount of percentage. The second ways or the second circumstances where the controlling interest could decrease is through deemed disposal. Yang ni opposite dengan yang deemed acquisition. Okay, so I'm not going to explain this. Okay, so this basically sama macam case yang increase. So kita fokus on investor dispose share. Okay. Alright, so I give you one scenario. Okay, example that being provided here is that parents initially hold 80% of interest in subsidiary. Okay, so initially this is based on the first acquisition. Okay, holding control 80%, NCI control 20%. Then we have 4 scenario. These 4 scenario actually kita nak matchkan dengan the element of tadi kita kata 2 circumstances. Okay, kita nak fokuskan investor dispose shares. Okay, so investor here will be the parents. Okay, so parent, let's say parent dispose all its shares in the subsidiary because initially dia ada control over subsidiary. So now dia dispose all. So bila dispose all, meaning that there is no controlling interest. Okay, there is no controlling interest. Okay, jadi from relationship dia holding to subsidiary, holding and subsidiary, the effect of this disposal, there is no relationship at all. Ada relationship, now tiada. Okay. And the effect on NCI, initially NCI is only 20%. After dispose all the shares by parents, NCI now control 100%. Okay, soalnya 20%, now NCI they increase to 100%. Okay, so opposite dengan increase in shareholding. Kalau increase in shareholding, lagi banyak kali dia acquired, lagi rendah, lagi dah we will be having a reduction in NCI. But untuk disposal, bila dispose, NCI will be increased. Okay, second scenario, parents dispose 70%. So 80% minus 70%, now the control, dia punya percentage of interest parents ataupun investor in investee tinggal 10%. So 10% relationship will be simple investment. Okay, because less than 20%. So NCI controlling interest will increase from 20% now become 90%. Okay, from 20 become 90%. Because dia punya interest kat sini simple investment only 10% because 80 tolak 70. Okay. Ni secara general. Okay. Bukan cara macam tu kita nak kira dia punya percentage, but saya nak bagi dia punya general atau overview what will be the effect of the disposal towards NCI and also the relationship between parents and subsidiary. Scenario 3, okay, the third scenario, parent dispose half, 50%. Out of the existing percentage, 80%. So now controlling interest here tinggal lagi 30%. 30% Initially, relationship between parent and subsidiary ialah parents and subsidiary. Now, because of parent dispose 50%, relationship dia become associate. Dari sub jadi associate. Because tinggal lagi percentage kat sini 30%. So NCI become 70%. Number 4, parent dispose only 10%. Okay, 80% minus 10%, so controlling interest 70%, which is still more than 50%. So meaning that scenario 4, there is no change in relationship between parents and subsidiary. Maknanya relationship dia still lagi holding dengan sub. Okay, so kalau saya simplifykan, the first scenario, no relationship at all between parents and subsidiary. Number 2, this is just simple investment. Number 3, the relationship between parents and associate. Okay, investor and associate. Alright, number 4 is sub to sub. Okay, initially sub, okay, just a reduction, a small amount of control interest, but the status of relationship remain the same. Okay, maknanya no change in relationship. Okay, so NCI for scenario number 4, okay, we should up from 20% to 30%. Maknanya there is increment by 10%. Okay, nampak the effect? Okay, now let's look at the effect of this scenario towards treatment ataupun towards the goodwill. In purchase lah. Okay, this one untuk goodwill, bagian purchase tak ada effect because bagian purchase there is no impairment. Okay, so whatever change in relationship after disposal, okay, yang ni saya reflect balik, you have to mapping balik dengan case yang tadi, scenario tadi, where the first one is parents dispose all, means no relation at all. Okay, so number 2, parent dispose 70%, meaning that from subsidiary to simple investment. Alright, scenario 3, parent dispose 50%, from subsidiary become associate. And number 4, parent dispose 10%, the relationship remain subsidiary. Okay, now let's look at the treatment towards the any changes in relationship after disposal. If there is a change in relationship after disposal, ada 3 kat sini. Okay, so ada 3 kat sini, remember final hanya cover 2 sahaja. Sub to sub, associate to sub ataupun subsidiary to associate. So yang ni just untuk you punya information. Soalan final ataupun test, kita hanya cover 1 saja, which is you have been tested on from subsidiary to associate dan juga from sub to sub. Okay, relationship remain ni maksudnya from sub to sub. Ataupun sub 1 jadi sub 2. Macam itulah. Okay, so if the change, okay, there is a change in relationship from subsidiary to associate ataupun any of the above 2, okay, any remaining goodwill will be written off against gain or loss on disposal. Okay, of course kita kena calculate juga gain or loss on disposal. So whatever amount gain or loss that we incurred ataupun that arrive from disposal should be minus with any remaining goodwill. Okay, so remember soalan dia kalau kita subsidiary, of course first step kena determine goodwill. Amount goodwill tu kena written off ataupun offset daripada gain or loss on disposal. Ini treatment on goodwill for sub to associate. Okay, if the relationship tu tak ada berubah, maknanya sub to sub, still lagi remain as a subsidiary. So any remaining goodwill will not be affected. Maknanya that goodwill is retained. Maknanya the goodwill will be disclosed or presented in the consolidated statement of financial position. Okay, kita tak perlu write written off dia. Okay, whatever amount goodwill, okay, should be transferred to CSOFP. Okay, now let's look at treatment or gain or loss. Gain or loss is the difference between proceed received and fair value net asset of the subsidiary on date of disposal. Okay, so kalau date of acquisition, kita short form dia DOA, DOA. Untuk disposal, kita createkan satu lagi acronym which is DOD. Dot. Okay, DOD, date of disposal. Okay, so treatment or gain or loss. Okay, base kita reflect balik. Okay, according to the four relationship of the disposal tadi. So treatment or gain or loss if for no relationship at all, from subsidiary to simple investment or from subsidiary to associate, so any gain or loss is taken to SHAREHOLDING. Sama macam increase in shareholding. Okay, if there is a change in shareholding, contohnya as sub to associate to sub, okay, from associate jadi subsidiary, any gain or loss from the second acquisition will be treated dalam SHAREHOLDING. Sama. Okay, untuk disposal pun sama. Disposal, kalau untuk disposal you mesti subsidiary menjadi associate. Kalau increase, associate menjadi subsidiary. Okay, for the relationship remain, maknanya subsidiary remain as a subsidiary. So any gain or loss should be treated dalam other component of equity. Maknanya it should be treated sebagai equity. Right? So should be treated as equity. Maknanya kita letak kat mana? Dekat SOPI. Okay, under equity, heading equity, under item other component of equity. Okay, so dia tak ada dalam retained profit. Okay, SOPA. So meaning to say that any gain or loss juga untuk yang relationship remain, dalam SOPA dia tak affected, tapi dia akan affected dalam OCI. Sama macam increase in shareholding. Okay, treatment untuk gain or loss, okay, between increase and also disposal of shareholding, okay, both are the same. Okay, how we should treat the gain or loss tu sama. Kalau sub to associate ataupun associate to sub should be disclosed as part of SOPA. Kalau gain, income, kalau loss, expenses. But if the relationship tu adalah sub to sub, okay, gain pun dispose pun sub to sub, increase pun sub to sub, okay, so any gain or loss from disposal ataupun from second acquisition, okay, should be disclosed as part of other comprehensive income, and then that figure also will be disclosed in the SOPI under other comprehensive income. So plus minus daripada other comprehensive income. Okay. Ini adalah template ataupun template untuk kira gain or loss bagi relationship yang remain. Okay, ini adalah how to determine gain or loss untuk senario 4. Saya pergi balik senario 4 where the relationship remain. Maknanya sub to sub. Tengok soalan nanti disposal. Soalan tu test on what? Sub to sub ke ataupun subsidiary to associate. Kalau sub to sub, ini gain or loss on disposal. Ini adalah template dia. Okay, proceed receive on DOD, date of disposal, okay, lesskan dengan fair value net asset of subsidiary on date of disposal ataupun disposal date. And then this is basically item yang common lah. Okay, kalau ada lagi masukkan. Okay, and then dapat satu amount, then you get one amount here. Don't forget to multiply with the percentage of sold. Okay, percentage of sold ini adalah percentage of dispose. Berapa persen you dispose. Okay, so yang ni ada pengiraan. Okay, you cannot take it whatever amount dispose yang diberi. Contoh, okay, korang ada receive the question kan class? No? Question zigzag and over?
Yes.
Okay, now look at dia punya information yang dispose tu. Information number 2. Is it? Number 2. On 1st April 2019, zigzag dispose 20%. Ada? Ada?
Ada.
Okay. So, kalau dia kat sini kata percentage of sold ataupun percentage dispose. So, for your information, here is not 20%. Okay. Kenapa dia kata kat sini dispose 20%? So, should be here lah. Percentage of dispose. Okay. So, remember, disposal, you need to determine what will be the percentage of dispose. You cannot simply take whatever provided in the question. Okay, sebab yang ni adalah general. So, kita kena be specific. How much sebenarnya? Okay? So, kena kira nanti. So, jangan ambil 20% letak kat situ. Salah. Okay, then you akan dapat gain or loss on disposal. Okay? So, gain or loss on disposal kat sini. Kalau positif, will be gained. Negative, will be loss. Okay, boleh kelas? Ini untuk sub to sub. Okay, let's look at for gain or loss for subsidiary to associate. Because we have the change in relationship. Initially, dia adalah subsidiary. Now, because of dispose, now it become associate. Okay, so kat sini proceed receive. Okay, benda yang sama, berbeza, cuma yang pertama we need to add fair value of the share retained at DOD, okay, date of disposal, fair value of share retained. Okay, so the share retained ni, okay, kita kena remeasure, okay, at their fair value on the date of the date of disposal ataupun on the date where the relationship change. Okay, mana date of disposal lah. Okay, on the date of disposal, berlaku perubahan, change in relationship. So yang ni lebih kurang sama macam kita discuss yang increase. Okay, sama ada soalan akan bagi ataupun kita kena calculate. Okay, so nanti kita akan ambil satu contoh, kita akan determine macam mana nak calculate fair value of share retained, okay, on the date of the relationship change. Less fair value of fair value net asset of subsidiary on disposal date. Yang ni sama. Okay. And then kali. Yang ni remember this is subsidiary to associate. Kalau tadi sub to sub kita multiply dengan percentage of disposal. But untuk associate, sub to associate, this one kita kena multiply with the original. Okay, original. So, dapat satu figure. Okay, kita akan lesskan dengan goodwill remaining. Kalau you still lagi remember treatment of goodwill. Any remaining goodwill will be written off against gain or loss on disposal. So, kita tolak ke sini. Goodwill remaining sekiranya ada, dan baru dia akan dapat net gain or loss on disposal. Okay, so yang ni tak ada masalah. Positif adalah gain, negatif adalah loss. Okay, boleh? Okay, so this is basically apa yang kita akan cover. So today kita akan look at on sub to sub. Okay, so decrease in shareholding. Alright, so preparation on the statement. Okay. So console the whole year kalau sub to sub. Okay. Maknanya tak ada portion. But kalau sub to associate, kita kena console until the date of disposal. Because remember, associate will not be consolidate. Kalau you still remember question on the increase in shareholding. Okay, masa discuss tu kita lupa nak portion. Right, remember hari tu kita buat associate to sub. Subsidiary tu kena portion sebab dia bukannya become a subsidiary for the whole year. So kena portion for how many months dia being as subsidiary. Okay, goodwill. So kalau sub to sub, retain in the SOP. But untuk sub to associate, any remaining goodwill to gain ataupun against gain or loss on disposal. Shopper, okay, shopper. PAT attributable to NCI. Bila nak kira NCI untuk item PAT attributable, okay, kita kena portion according to the different percentage. Okay, different percentage sebab kita ada first percentage, dia sub to sub lagi. Okay, cuma dia punya percentage holding and NCI will be different. Okay, and then kalau shopper, okay, we need to add share of profit from associate. Okay, selepas dia dispose, it become associate. That amount should be add, okay, dalam consolidation. Okay, and juga add gain or loss on disposal of subsidiary. Remember tadi treatment gain or loss? Okay, untuk sub to associate, gain or loss should be reported dalam shopper. Okay, not for sub to sub. Sub to sub should be treated as equity. That's why tak ada dalam sub to sub. Okay, so check column NCI. Okay, kita masukkan amount increase in NCI. Okay, yang mana amount increase in NCI tadi? Okay, yang ni. Okay, amount ni dekat kolom NCI kat tepi ni adalah amount positif. Sama macam kita buat untuk increase in shareholding sub to sub. Okay, yang mana kita akan masuk kat kolom NCI ni adalah negative reduction in NCI. But untuk disposal will be decrease atau increase in NCI will be positive. Okay, dalam group return profit, masukkan gain or loss on disposal. Sebenarnya tak masuk kat sini kita terus masuk dekat ni kita masuk dekat other comprehensive income. Okay, bukan kolom group return profit kolom other comprehensive income. Sebab selalunya soalan hanya request student to prepare share dua kolom saja, which is kolom group return profit and kolom NCI. Okay, so yang ni sebenarnya bukan kolom group return profit it should be kolom other comprehensive income. Saya betulkan kat sini lah and show. Okay. Okay, it should be NCI. The comprehensive income. Okay, group C consolidate group return profit, GOCI. Okay. Alright. So column NCI for the sub to associate, kita masukkan column amount disposal of shares. Okay. And then sub P, okay, goodwill retained, NCI retained, asset and liability, parents kita combine je, column by column. But untuk sub to associate, goodwill dia nil. Kenapa nil? Sebab kita dah write off any remaining goodwill against gain or loss on disposal. NCI dia akan jadi nil. Kenapa nil? Sebab is no more subsidiary at present. Semua dah jadi associate. Okay, and then kita juga kena add investment in associate. and juga asset and liability parent sahaja. Okay, parent sahaja. Tidak masuk dah yang subsidiary ataupun yang associate. Okay, for your information, kalau sub to associate lagi complicated sebenarnya. Okay, kalau soalan final keluar sub to associate ni memang boleh sakit kepala lah. Okay, sebab untuk prepare this question pun sebenarnya sangat-sangat mencabar. Okay, untuk prepare soalan ni. Okay, tapi ada soalan pernah keluar sub to associate. Still remember. Okay, memang it's very challenging kalau prepare soalan sub to associate because it will be integrated kan case study. Okay, for us to make it balance SOP tu sangat-sangat mencabar. Okay, very challenging. Okay, so itu saja lecture hari ini. Okay, then we look at the question. Alright, ada soalan kelas? Ada soalan? Any question?
Oh, ada.
Ada. Okay. So hari ni kita cover sub to sub saja. Even the question saya dah provide sampai sub to associate. So kita buat sub to sub. Kita go with the flow, slow and steady. Sebab itu kita rushing sangat increase. Okay, yang ni kita sub to associate. Sebab kita ada extra lagi 1 minggu sebenarnya. Okay, sebab kalau kita utilize that extra week tu untuk sub to associate, meaning to say that kita punya cash flow kita akan discuss dalam 1 minggu, cover both method. Yang tu tak ada masalah sebab remember cash flow ada 3 kan? Betul? Cash flow from investment, betul? Cash flow from operation, cash flow from financing. Betul tak kelas? Betul? Yang tak sama kat mana? Dekat operation. Betul? Yang 2 lagi sama. Betul? Format dia sama. Yang first je. Okay, net cash flow from operation saja yang berbeza in terms of which method yang kita apply, direct ataupun indirect. So, soalan kita guna 1 and then at the same time kita akan terus prepare what will be the format untuk net cash flow from operation by using indirect and direct. 1 minggu habis, 2 jam boleh habis. Okay, sebab yang lain tu saya expect you still remember, tak ada beza pun sama with the cash flow yang you all dah discuss in FAR620 if I'm mistaken. Is it 510? Betul ke? FAR620?
Betul.
Ke 460? Ada anybody? You all from matrix ke penerapan? Matrix or penerapan?
Penerapan.
Penerapan dan 510. Okay, cuma I will highlight to you nanti what will be the effect of the consolidation towards cash flow. Okay, kita akan masukkan nanti acquisition of subsidiary, acquisition of associate and disposal of subsidiary, disposal of associate. Cash flow kan, bila kita acquire, duit keluar. Kita dispose, duit masuk. Okay, so yang itu saja. And then dividend lah, okay, dividend from parents, dividend from associate, okay, itu sahaja. Okay, yang lain, I assume that still lagi fresh. You still lagi remember what the component untuk cash flow financing, what the element that should be disclosed under investment, financing and also operation ataupun operating. Okay, so kalau you ingat maknanya kerja saya mudah because I'm not going to repeat the whole thing. I'm not going to explain okay what is ni apa objektif dia. Tak ada, saya terus pergi kepada yang related dengan konsol. Okay, so let's look at the question. Ada soalan tak? Saya ni tak ada tak apa, saya minimize je. Okay, next we go to the question. Kenapa saya stop presenting? Okay. Alright. Alright, so this is a question. Okay, disclose in shareholding. Okay, so soalannya asalnya adalah two separate question. One is on SOPI, the other one is on SOPER. So because by looking at kita punya planner tu, kita dah terbabas sedikit. So saya combine. Okay, saya copy paste dia punya ayat pun sama. Below ada statement, below ada. Because saya copy daripada soalan SOPER. Okay, and then saya just add one additional information related to adjustment. Okay, ada satu kat sini, and then this one kita menggunakan kaedah NCI is measured by using partial goodwill because proportionate. Okay, proportion. Okay, requirement of the question, determine gain or loss from the disposal, pertama. Yang kedua, prepare SOPER. Dan yang ketiga, prepare SOPI. Okay, ni SOPER ni termasuk dengan SOCHE lah. Okay, ada satu lagi prepare SOCHE tertinggal. Selalu SOCHE tertinggal. Okay, and then D is the second discussion kita nanti untuk subsidiary to associate because we are using the same question. Okay, determine gain or loss on the disposal if on 1st April zigzag dispose banyak ni. Okay, so yang first question yang kita discuss today will be sub to sub, and then during our tutorial nanti kita akan discuss sub to associate. Okay, anda nampak ni soalan dah bagi the remaining shares retained had the fair value of 560. Okay, so soalan dah bagi dia punya fair value. Okay, so let's look at the question. Okay, alright, so reserve, there are two types of reserve here, retained profit and also other components of equity. Okay, and then ni simple saya ambil because soalan ni saya ambil daripada soalan textbook. Okay, saya cuma ubah sikit. Okay, because saya nak bagi nampak the whole picture. Okay, so by doing this question kita akan nampak the effect towards all the three statement. Okay, so this is dia punya SOPER. Okay, so kalau tengok soalan ni dia tak ada OCI, dia tak ada SOCHE. Ada SOCHE kan? Betul kelas? Ada SOCHE, ada SOCHE tak?
Ada.
Tak ada. Ada. SOCHE ada. Mana SOCHE? Ada dalam ni. Retain profit 1st January 2019. One of the element ataupun item dalam SOCHE. So this question dia tak bagi SOCHE, the statement itself. Okay, kenapa saya buat macam ni? Because I still remember last semester ada student tanya. Tak ada SOCHE, macam nak buat? Okay, tak ada SOCHE. Okay, so SOCHE, what element of SOCHE ada dalam SOPI. Okay, so maknanya soalan ni tak ada dividen, because dividen mesti ada SOCHE lah. So tapi kita, one of the important element dalam SOCHE yang kita perlu ada adalah opening balance. So kita ada kat sini opening balance 1st January 2019. So kalau kita provide macam this kind of format, kita perlu provide SOCHE. Okay, maknanya SOCHE ni very simple one without dividend. Okay, additional information. Okay, zigzag hold 3.750 million of the 5 million ordinary shares. Okay, 5 million shares, betul, 5 million shares of Nova. Okay, from 1st January 2016. How many years class? Acquisition period? How many years? Accounting year ended 31st December 2019. How many years acquisition?
Wow.
4 years. Again, 2016, 17, 18, 19. The 4 years. Okay. This is City with the 6 million amount City. When the retained profit and other components of equity of Nova, okay, on DOA 1st January 2016 were 2 million and 3 million respectively. Okay, settle yang tu. Okay, so boleh kira berapa persen? Boleh kira kelas? How many percent? Anyone? Berapa persen?
75.
Okay, 75%. Okay. So dekat sini nanti kita ada information. Information number 1 is 4 years acquisition period. Okay. And then we also have retained profit, other component of equity. This one 2 million. Okay. Saya terus letakkan dia punya. Saya delete the last 30 ya. So this one is 2,000. This one will be 3,000. Okay. And then kita juga ada information number 1. Dia punya DOA 1st Januari 2016. Okay, and then dia punya percentage of control. Okay, ordinary share capital will be 75%. NCR will be 25%. Okay, that's information number 1. Then we go to number 2. On 1st April 2019, Zigzag disposed. Okay, this is disposed 20%. Okay, of its shares in Nova for, this is the punya proceed from the disposal. Okay, 825,000. So kalau saya delete the last 30, maknanya 825 sahaja. So Zigzag had not yet accounted for the sales of share in Nova. Okay, so dia belum record. Okay, next. Okay, so what will be the journal entry here? Okay, untuk information number 2, saya letak kat sini. Okay, on 1st, okay, saya buat timeline. This will be 31st December 19. This will be 1st January 16th. Alright, this is current year, 1st January 19. Then we have here DOD, date of disposal on 1st April 19. Okay, so this one is 3 years, this one is 1 year. So total is 4 years acquisition. Alright, so from day 1, 1st January 16 until 1st April. Okay, the percentage of control here will be 75%, 25%. Okay, so on 1st April ni, dia dispose kat sini, dispose 20% of its shares in Nova. Okay, so berapa first kali initially dia acquired, okay, initial acquisition. Okay, share adalah sebanyak 3,750. Okay, now dia dispose 20%. Berapa kelas? 20% kalikan dengan 3,750 dapat berapa?
40.
Tak ya. Kalikan dengan 20%. Berapa kelas?
750.
750. Okay. So, balance lagi dia punya acquisition share dia. Okay, asalnya dia acquired share of Nova sebanyak 3.75 million unit ya. Lepas tu dispose 20%, which is 0.75 million. So tinggal lagi 3 million. So dengan balance ni, this is balance acquisition yang ada. Okay, kita kena bahagi balik. Okay, bahagikan dengan total number of shares owned by Nova, which is 5 million. Dapat berapa kelas? Dapat berapa?
0.6.
Ha?
0.6.
0.6. Kalau percentage kali 100 dapat 60%. Because initially, initial acquisition, dia punya percentage of control dia adalah 75%. Betul? Betul kelas? Lepas tu dia dispose 20%. So at the end nanti, dia punya number of controlling interest dah jadi 60%. This is how you want to determine what will be the latest percentage of control. So from here we can see that the interest of controlling interest is reduced by 15%. Betul kelas? Betul? So, yang baru ni after disposal tinggal lagi sini 60%. NCR will be 40%. So dekat sini saya buat after DOD, date of disposal, the controlling interest is 60%, 40%. Okay? If you still remember template tadi, determine gain or loss. Sub to sub. Ini sub to sub lah. Sebab ini subsidiary because 75%. And then after dispose, okay, dia kena dispose 20%. Okay, kita still lagi more than 50%. So this will be sub to sub. Okay, so the dispose 20%, but there is a reduction in controlling interest by 15%. Yang ni percentage yang kita nak, 15%. Okay, boleh? So 15%. How you get 15%? This is how you work out. Okay, so 20% ni mesti daripada you punya initial acquisition. Okay, dapatkan you punya number of share outstanding based on the initial acquisition, and then you have to divide back with the number of share owned by subsidiary. Okay, then you get 60%. So 75% controlling interest now becomes 60%. There is a reduction in controlling interest ataupun controlling has been reduced by 15%. Okay, settle? Itu adalah information number 2. Okay, satu lagi information number 2 yang kita perlu ambil kira juga adalah dia kata kat situ dia punya disposal, okay, has not yet accounted. Okay, dispose kreditkan investment. Betul kelas? Betul? So investment akan berkurangan. 825. Okay, bila dispose dapat apa kelas? Dapat duit, cash ataupun bank. 825. Okay, ada soalan? Ada soalan? Tak ada. Ada. Next, number 3. Goodwill on acquisition was impaired by 10% every year. Maknanya dia acquired in 2016, tiap-tiap tahun, 2016, 17, 18, 19. There will be impairment on goodwill 10%. Number 4 will be partial goodwill. Okay, so as usual, okay, settle ni masalah. Okay, dan kita pergi balik kepada soalan tadi. Nak determine gain or loss from the disposal. Okay, belum lagi. Masih awal lagi nak kira tu. Kejap ya, saya nak buka screen words. Because kita nak prepare. Lupa nak ni. New. Okay. Now look at balik kelas. Okay. Kita punya timeline tadi. Okay. On 1st January 16, kita ada DOA. Kat sini ada DOA. Apa yang kita kena buat pasal DOA kelas? Apa kita kena buat kelas? Bila ada DOA kita buat apa kelas?
Cari goodwill or bargain purchase.
Goodwill or bargain purchase. Kalau ada changes in shareholding, apa yang kita perlu cari? Kena cari gain or loss on the changes. Sama ada gain or loss on second acquisition untuk increase ataupun gain or loss on disposal kalau decrease. Alright. So kita start juga dengan step number 1 which is determine goodwill. Okay, so let's look at macam mana kira goodwill. Okay, ini kita jawab soalan. Okay, step yang pertama. Sakan sikit. Okay, determine goodwill. Okay, kita tahu goodwill ke bagian purchase. Okay, sebab saya dah bagi situ ni, normally adalah dia punya goodwill. Tengok saya nak slash. Okay. Right, so kita akan masukkan selalunya goodwill kita ada 4. Okay, kolom. You see? Ya, 4 kolom. Okay, so kita ada kolom untuk goodwill. Okay, ini kolom goodwill. And then this one will be NCI. Okay, so dengan sama. Okay, CP. Ada masalah ni macam biasa kira. Okay, zigzag code 3.75. This is for information number 1 where we have acquisitions on 1st January 2016 for 6 million. So tambah kat sini 6 million, 600. 6,000, sorry. And then edah apa? Edah partial. So add NCI. So NCI kita masa pada 1 Januari 2016. Okay. Kita tengok balik timeline yang kita buat tadi. 75-25. Okay. So kita pergi balik 25%. Okay. Kali. Right. Kali ni kita kena kira dulu fair value of net asset. Because it's partial. Less fair value net asset of subsidiary at yang ni DOA. The item pertama we have ordinary share capital. Okay, ordinary share capital Nova will be 5,000. Okay, next free retain profit. The class 2,000. And next we have free other component equity 3,000. Okay, because I delete the last 30. Okay. Mana? Alright, so ada lagi tak kelas? Ada lagi? Ada lagi tertinggal? Ini tak ada?
Tak ada.
Okay, so total will be 10,000. Okay, times dengan NCI 10,000, you will get here 2,500. Okay, so 6,000 plus dengan 2,005 minus dengan 10,000, you will get goodwill. How much goodwill? 4,000. Goodwill.
Purchase mana?
Oh, bagian purchase. Oh, patutlah. Okay. Sekejap Saya tukar sikit pula figure. Okay. Tukar figure. Tak perasan. Okay. Kejap. Tukar berapa? Kejap. 11,500. Kejap Tolak. 11,500 tolak dia 2,500 dapat berapa? Tinggal berapa? Ya. Okay. Saya lupa nak tukar. Ini saya ubah elemen the component equity. So saya lupa nak tukar CT dia. Sepatutnya saya buat ni adalah Goodwill. Okey. Saya nakkan punya Goodwill dia adalah 1,500. Ha? 1,500? 9,000. Betul kelas? Betul?
Betul.
Okey. So dapat 1,500. So nanti dekat financial position saya kena tukar sini 9,000. Okey? Tak apa. Okey. Betul je. Right. Nanti kita ubah dekat soalan nanti. Okey. So total ni dapat 1,500. Okey. Kita ada less impairment. Okey. Less impairment sebanyak 10%. Okay, so 1,005 okay, times dengan 10%. Okay, how many years class? Acquisition dia?
Yes.
4 years. So dapat berapa? How much you get here? Ah,
600.
600. Okay, so 1,005 tolak dengan 600 you dapat 900. 900. Okay, so 900, remember soalannya ialah sub to sub. Okay, sub to sub. Any remaining goodwill, tengok balik slide. Okay, any remaining goodwill from sub to sub. Tengok goodwill. The relationship remain sub to sub. Ini maksudnya subsidiary to subsidiary. Sub to sub. Okay, any remaining goodwill will not be affected. So goodwill is retained. Okay, so kita retain kat sini. So kat sini mesti 2 CSOFP. Okay. Ini untuk CSOFP. But untuk shopper nanti, jangan lupa jangan transfer 600. Transfer 1 tahun sahaja. So, ini dah 4 years. So 3 plus 1. Betul kelas? Betul?
Betul.
So bila you buat tu, you kena alert. Okay, sebab setiap transaction mesti ada effect dia. So tadi kita ada impairment. Okay, impairment kita lah 1,500 kalikan dengan 10% kalikan dengan 4. So dapat nilai dia 600. Okay, 600 ni adalah 3 years, prior year, 1 year, current year. Okay. So, setahun 150. Yang ni akan affected dalam shopper. Balance lagi 450 akan affected dalam share. Am I right class? Betul?
Betul.
Nilai 600 ni akan masuk dalam Shopee. Sebab satu transaction but will be affected in the different statement. Okay. Dah settle. This one settle. Okay, NCI kat sini 2,500. Okay. Ini gosip number 1. Kita have a break sekejap. Okay, sebelum tu saya nak tukar sikit soalan ni. Tak tukar salah lah. Okay. So, kita pergi kat Shopee. Ini tukar 9. Okay. 9. So, saya nak tambah kat mana lagi 3. Betul tak kelas 3 lagi kan? So, ini dah berapa? 27. Betul kelas? Betul?
Betul.
Kita tukar kat sini lah. 18 tolak dengan tadi 6 6 kat 3. So, 15. Tak banyak sama. Betul lah. 15. Boleh lah. Janji sama. 15. So, ini kita tukar. Figure ni kita tukar. Saya highlight merah. Saya highlight warna kuning. Okay. So, please change accordingly. You punya ni 15 dengan 9. Kat bawah ni pun sama. 9. Right? So ada 3 tempat lah. Okay, net asset should be 15,000, investment in Nova 9,000, and then additional information number 1 is change to 9 million. Okay. Right, so let's have a break untuk 10 minit. Okay, 10 minit.
Yeah, madam.
Come back pukul 9.46. Okay, see you after this. Ni dah edit, dah amend? Have you, take note the changes ni? Amend dah.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Alright, see you in 10 minutes time. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Shall we proceed?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Alright. So I've done with determine goodwill. Next, okay, the calculate block, determine gain or loss on disposal. Okay, should be step number 2. Okay, determine gain or loss on disposal. Okay, so gain or loss on disposal should be berapa punya ni? 3, 4. Okay. Right, so we have, okay, we start with, okay, refer balik pada template yang saya bagi tadi dalam slide. Okay, we have proceed, receive, just proceed. Okay, so this proceed nilainya tadi kita 825. Okay, so proceed ni adalah amount yang kita terima daripada disposal. So 825. Okay, lepas tu perlu tambah berapa terus kepada tengok format ya, determine relationship yang remain. Dalam slide saya ada bagi 2, satu sub to sub, satu lagi adalah associate, subsidiary to associate. Okay, yang ni adalah treatment untuk sub to sub. Okay, jadi this one untuk sub to sub. Okay, and this number 7 ni, this one is for sub to associate. Okay, so senang macam tu. Okay, so kita tengok yang ni. So we have proceed, receive, and last the fair value net asset or subsidiary on DOD. Okay, DOD, date of disposal. So saya pergi balik. Okay, this is proceed, receive. Okay, and choose last with the fair value net asset of subsidiary at DOD, date of disposal. Saya kecilkan sikit. Okay, so yang ni senang saja, masalah. Kita ambil saja tu copy daripada awal ni. Kita copy. Okay, ni mesti sama ya. Okay, saya paste. Nilai ni suruh saya copy. Okay. Yang lain akan remain the same kecuali retain profit akan berubah. Because this is retain profit on DOA, and over here you need to find out what will be the retain profit at DOD, date of disposal. Yang lain mesti sama. Kalau ke atas ada pre-OCE ada, kalau ke atas yang ada ARR, ke bawah ni pun mesti ada. Okay, copy sahaja. Okay, and then, okay, nak cari pre-retain profit untuk on the date of disposal. Kita balik ke timeline kita. Okay, kita tengok Sopper. Okay, nak cari what be the pre here. Okay, apa nilai pre kat sini? Okay, pre-retain profit. Alright, so over here we have balance. Okay, opening. Ini dekat sini kelas. Retain profit. Tengok statement. How much? Opening balance. Turnover. Dekat sini.
2,000.
2,000. Okay, what will the profit for the whole year? Nova. Sepanjang tahun 2019. Profit for the year is 2,000. So, okay, so kita nak kat sini saja. Sebelum pre ni. Alright, so di sini berapa bulan ni? 3 bulan. So, kali dengan 3 per 12 dapat berapa kelas? 2,000 times 3/12. Dapat?
500.
500. So, kita tambah je lah. Amount free will be opening plus dengan fit for the first 3 months. So, 2,005. Okay, so saya buat kat sini. 2,000 plus 2,000 times 3/12. Okay, so the total here will be 2,500. Okay, so how much total here, class? What is the total? 5,000 plus 2,005 plus 3,000 dapat 10.
10,500.
500. Okay. So, remember tengok format balik. Kita times dengan percentage of dispose. Okay. Percentage of dispose nak ambil figure mana? Ambil figure yang ni. 15%. Reduction in the controlling interest 15%. Not yang 20% tadi yang dispose 20% tu. Okay. Yang ni you kena cari 15%. Okay. So, saya pergi balik dekat sini. Times dengan 15%. Okay. Right, so dapat berapa? 10,000 times dengan 50%. Put in bracket because it one is less. Okay, less fair value. So saya put in bracket. Okay, how much we get? 10,000 plus 1?
5,700.
575. Okay. Okay. Proceed 825 minus 1,575 dapat negative figure, betul? Negative figure. So negative sebanyak 750. So this one, kalau negative will be loss on disposal. Kalau positive will be gain. Right, so this one will be column NCI. Over here should be NCI. NCI, amount yang sama, ini, this is amount, kata kali ni lah, amount ni, reduction in 15%. Ini adalah amount pengurangan controlling interest. At the same time, amount itu juga adalah merupakan increment kepada NCI. So, letak kat sini kalau NCI, positive. Kalau increase, negative. So, balik saja. So, 1.7 positive. Okay, so jangan lupa nanti NCI ni plus dengan NCI dekat sini untuk gain or loss on disposal. So, dapat loss. Okay, so next kita pergi step number 3. Okay, kita prepare CSOPL. Okay, jadi kita kira kan, right. Last kali kita buat schedule confirm betul tak, cuba kita betul ke salah. Okay, insert. Okay, schedule tu hanya untuk working saja. Right, untuk kita punya reference. Okay, final tak perlu schedule. Test hopper nanti pun tak perlu prepare schedule. Okay, hanya untuk kita lah double check saja. Okay, self check. Okay, so kita akan prepare. Sini besar sikit. Okay, ni hopper. Okay, so last column ni adalah untuk item RM. Okay, this will be RM. Okay, so yang ni you all kena kira. Otherwise, kita tak boleh proceed dengan software. Right, and will be NCI RM. Okay, so we start with untuk soalan. Okay, soalan kita pertama revenue. Kita pertama revenue. We have 2,3,100 plus 5,900 portion sebenarnya adalah satu sub. Okay. Okay, and then minus kita ada di 7,500. So class? Oh, 1,500 inter sales. Ada tadi inter sales?
Yes.
Okay. So, yang ni tak proportion seperti kita still lagi. Kita punya relationship kita sama, which is sub to sub. Kalau yang second one nanti kita kena portion. Okay. So next kita continue dengan so sambil tu fikirlah kelas. Okay, buatlah. Kita tunggu saya. Okay. You all memang kena bagi saya nilai nanti. This one is 10,000 plus with the 2,000. Okay, minus dengan inter purchase. Okay. And we have unrealized profit just now multiplied 35. Okay, 7. Okay. And with that, gross profit. And then next item we have less operating expenses. Okay, operating expenses 4,100. Tengok contoh dalam textbook simple saja, figure ni pun mudah je. Ada no depreciation, so that's it. Okay, then itu saja satu item before we come to profit before tax. Remember tadi kita ada last impairment. Remember this is impairment. Then on Goodwill. This is swap for the year ended. Tahun ya, for the year ended 31st December 2019. Okay, so kita tadi impairment ni kali dengan 4. Yang ni untuk SOP. SOP mesti 1 year sahaja. So 1,500 times 10%, kita dapat amount kat sini 150 sahaja untuk setahun. Betul ke? Okay. Next. Place ke BPT. Itu kita taxation. Okay, taxation amount 3,000 plus 500. Okay, right. The PAT class. Okay, kira PAT. Berapa?
1475.
747. Lain dah bercheck. Then kita connect dengan OCI. Okay, kenapa add dengan OCI? Kita ada changes in shareholding alamat. Sekejap ya. Remember sub to sub. Okay. So whatever gain or loss should be treated as equity. Okay. Sama seperti increase in shareholding. Alright, so kat sini saya letak changes in shareholding. Okay, to be standardized. Or you can also put here loss on disposal. Okay. Kenapa letak kat sini kelas? Because this is sub to sub. Amount tadi berapa? Loss dia kelas? 750. Is 750? This 750. Betul. Loss on disposal 750. Okay. Kira kelas what be the TCI, total comprehensive income. 6 lebih 74. 7475 tu betul ya kelas? 6725.
Betul.
So settle. Okay, next kita nak pergi kepada peniraan NCI. Okay. Alamak, saya delete pula. Saya lupa TCI. Ni, ada bawah lagi kan? Okay, then kita start dengan PAT attributable to. Okay. Okay, HC, and then NCI, this will be working one. Okay, and then amount kat sini should be 7475. Okay. Satu lagi, kita akan ada kat sini TCI attributable to. Okay, another AC and also CI. Okay, right here the total will be 6725. 6725. Okay. So, ini template dia. Okay. TCI dengan PAT kita kena asingkan dia punya how much NCI and holding company. Okay, then we go to working one. Okay, NCI. Okay, so kita start dengan PAT Nova. How much PAT of Nova? Berapa?
2,000.
Berapa? No. Okay, 2,000. Okay. Ada lagi? Ada lagi? Is there any adjustment to Nova? Tak ada kan? Just now kita ada intersale tadi. Our last profit, that one is zigzag. Okay. Debit return profit zigzag. Okay. And we also don't have information on preferred share capital. So that's it. Ini saja figure dia. Okay. So kita kena portion. Okay. Remember the table last slide? And when we come to NCI, we need to portionkan accordingly. Okay. Tengok balik. Okay. Kita portionkan. Okay. So profit for the year dia 2,000 tadi. Kita kena portionkan 3/12. Okay. NCI dia 25. Sebab kat sini still lagi 75/25. And then another 2,000 times dengan 9/12, which is after DOD, where the NCI is only 40%. Okay, kena ambil lah according pada NCI. 25 for the 3 months, 9 months, 40%. Okay, timeline, daripada timeline tu kita dah boleh nampak dah. Okay, ni 3/12 times dengan 25%. Okay, masa the first 3 months, still lagi dia punya controlling interest 75/25. So how much you get here class? 2,125. Habis saya cakap, dah jawab dah. Okay, 2,000 times 9/12 times 40%. Because after DOD, the disposal, the controlling interest 60/40. Hash?
600.
600. Okay, so kita dapat nilai kat sini adalah 725. Okay, 725. Penat main dengan komputer. Okay, so be 725. Okay, so masuk kat sini 725. Okay, 725. Okay, so how much? 7425. 7475 minus 725. So 6750.
50.
Okay, so untuk TCI, NCI turun ke bawah. Tak ada surplus. So direct je lah. 725 juga. Okay, 725. So holding company will be 6,000. Now, kita kelas. So next, this is step number 3. Then we go to step number 4. Okay, step number 4. Okay, step 4. we're going to prepare CSOCIE. Okay, sama juga. Okay, for the year ended 31st December 2019. So far okay ke kelas? Okay. Diam tu tanda okay. Tapi test okay. Macam mana tu? Okay. Cannot be justified. Okay. Unexplainable. Okay. Insert. Okay. Yang ni 3 kolom. Okay. Saya nak buat 4 kolom. Okay. Saya nak tunjuk you all macam mana 4 kolom untuk OCI because kita nak letakkan semua dalam kolom. Okay. Saya buat 4. Okay. Sama 3 kan. So kalau nak buat 4 macam mana? Okay. So yang ni saya akan centerkan. Okay. So kolom pertama ialah group retain profit. Second NCI. Saya cuma tambah satu big group the component of equity. Okay. Sebelum sekolah tak minta. Ini saya nak tunjuk. Okay. Sebab kita tak ada schedule kan. So of course we need to know what be the go chair. Okay. Go chair. Group under component equity. Mesti the retain profit at 1st January 2019. Okay. Then kita ada profit for the year. Okay. Kita ada acquisition during the year ya kelas sebab acquisition period adalah 4 years. Okay, what else kita tambah kat sini? Kita tak ada vertical ataupun mixed group structure, so tak adalah indirect city. Kita juga tak ada apa lagi? What else? We don't have revaluation during the year pun kita tak ada. Okay, but kita ada changes in shareholding. Okay, changes in shareholding. Okay, ini tambahan lah. Okay, yang saya sebut tadi semua tu adalah elemen dekat sini, dekat socer. Tapi saya tak masukkan lah sebab dia tak ada. Okay, and then next kita akan end up dengan retain profit because we don't have information on dividend. So kita akan end up dengan retain profit end of the year. Okay, so this one will be working one. Okay, so kita transfer dahulu yang ada kat sini. Okay, yang ni 6750 dengan 725. 6750 dengan 725. Okay. Alright. Changes in shareholding. Kita pun transfer. Okay. Go to step number 2. This one. 1575. Okay. This is positive. Increase in NCI. Bila kita dispose, controlling interest, NCI will be increased. So 1575. Dekat sini. 1575. Okay. Satu lagi kesan daripada step number 2 tadi adalah kita dapat loss. Ni loss on disposal. 750. So loss ni will be treated as equity. Dia tak masuk dalam SOPA. Dia adalah item OCI. So, you should be minus from other component equity. Sama macam topik increase in shareholding. Okay, sub to sub. So, that's why saya create column kat sini. Okay, other component equity. So, saya minus kat sini. 750. In line. Satu line. Line item dia. Changes in shareholding. Over here is an increase in NCI. This one is loss. Okay, loss ni tak boleh masuk bawah group retain profit because dia adalah sub to sub. Okay, next. Kalau associate, sub to associate, then baru group retain profit. Okay, itu saja yang kita ada. Sekarang kita nak masukkan item dan cari retain profit. Okay, so working one. Okay, working one will be retain profit at 1st January 2019. Okay, dengan first one. Okay, retain profit of zigzag. Okay, retain profit of zigzag. Okay, retain profit of zigzag class. Ataupun saya buat table. Boleh saya buat table Saya insert table. Saya buat dalam bentuk table. Okay, 3. Okay, ini NCI. Satu letak NCI dengan should be 3. Okay, ada satu lagi. Sebab kita ada other component of equity. Okay, so ini adalah, kejap ya. Saya buat bentuk dalam table ni, dia lagi organize sebenarnya. Okay, kalau nak macam biasa ke bawah tu pun tak ada masalah, boleh. Okay, this one is retained profit. This one will be NCI. This one will be GOCE. Okay, ini kan biasalah. Dengan retained profit of zigzag. Okay, berapa nilai di kelas? 4,000. No? Saya buat sini 4,000. Okay. 4,000. Macam kena ada satu lagi kolom untuk working rasanya. Okay. Letak sini lah kot. And insert to the right. Okay. So working kat sini. Okay. 4,000. Lepas tu ada apa kelas untuk holding company? Kita ada, remember, kita ada impairment previous year 3 years. Betul? Betul kelas?
Betul.
Jadi saya dah buat tadi, explain kat you all. Okay, kita ada impairment. Ni, dalam share. Okay, siapa impairment? Mestilah holding company. Debit card, retain profit zigzag, credit, goodwill. 450. Share. Pergi balik kat share. Okay. Kat table sini, saya minus. Okay, I less kat sini. Less impairment. Okay. Impairment. Okay, saya working lah. Okay, tadi saya dah tunjuk. So, di sini kalau you all kena tunjuk working. Okay, 450. Unless you confident, 100% confident, you punya jawapan dah betul. Okay, 450. Which is 150 times 3. Okay. Ada lagi? Ada lagi? Ada lagi tak? Tak ada. So 4,000 minus dengan 450, kita dapat 3,550. 3,550. Okay, settle. Ini saya buat ke bawah, saya tunjuk ke bawah dulu. Okay, next. RP, return profit of Nova. Okay, berapa return profit Nova? 2,000. Okay, kita last dengan capital P return profit Nova. Apa kelas? Online? Capital return profit Nova. Ya. Okay. Ini kan reserve accumulated. Betul kelas? Dari awal lah. Okay, sudah dapat kosong. Betul? Ini post retain profit. Kelas? Kosong. Dan kosong kalikan dengan ini awal. 75%. So dapat kosong. Betul? Betul? Betul kelas?
Betul.
Nilai post ini juga kita akan kira kat bawah nanti NCI. Betul? Post kosong kalikan dengan 25%. Betul kelas? Betul?
Betul.
So, kosong. Okay. Dekat sini 25%. Saya buat working kat sini lah. Saya buat working kat sini. Kosong kali 25%. Untuk dia punya post NCI. So, kosong. Okay. Saya nak working lah. Tak pun tak apa. Okay. Next. Dah habis dah retain profit. Okay. Tapi kita ada juga other component of equity. Okay. Saya nak buat kat sini sebab kita ada column. Okay. Ini retain profit. Yang ni semua retain profit lah. Retain profit. Yang ni kita buat working untuk apa ni? GOCE at 1st Januari 2019. Okay, saya buat tajuk kat sini sebab sini tajuknya untuk return profits, tapi dalam ni ada komponen, ada komponen equity. Ni sama jugalah. OCE ada komponen equity of zigzag. Okay, berapa nilai zigzag? Ada komponen equity 1000. Betul kelas?
Yes.
Sini 1000. Saya letak working dia 1000. So, tu sama column group of the component equity 1000. So, this one dia more or less macam schedule schedule kalau you macam ni. Okay. So, next kita ada OCE of Nova. Okay. So, less 3 OCE. Okay, Nova nilai dia 3000. Lepas tu, dia punya pre pun also 3000. Okay. So, post dia, post OCE. Okay. So, kosong. Kalau ada, kalikan dengan 75%. Ini juga. So, kat sini kosong. Okay. Kalau saya buat working lagi, saya tambah sini. Sorry. Tambah sini. Kita pecahkan. Sama jugalah post dia. Kita kalikan dengan NCI 25%. NCI kosong. Okay. Boleh? Right. So dah habis. Itu saja. Kita ada return profit and other component equity. Ini cara mudah. Dia macam schedule. Tapi bukan schedule. Dia adalah pada 1/1/2019. So kita pun total. Yang ni 3550. NCI kat sini. Ada? NCI. Ada kat sini. Group return profit Nova. NCI. Sekejap Ini NCI terus masuk kat sini. Satu lagi kat bawah tertinggal. NCI kelas. Okay. NCI untuk group return profit tertinggal. Okay. Kan? Ni group return profit ni tertinggal. Sebab apa kelas? Yang ni kita buat dalam NCI ni Ni reserve. Ni. Sebab kalau table ni nampak macam pening sikit tak apa. Okay. Tapi mudah You tak perlu panjang-panjang working. Semua kat sini. Alright. Ni NCI. Ni kita buat ni untuk return profit. Bila kita go to NCI. Kan cari working untuk NCI. NCI at DOA. So class? Betul? Ada NCI A? Okay, amount tadi kita kira 2,500. So, ambil kat mana? Ambil dekat step number 1. Dah kira dah. Ambil je ni. 2,500. Okay. So, regardless lah you guna kaedah apa. Ambil je amount ni. Kalau tak, you kena buat working balik ni. Ketulis balik. Itu tak payah. Okay, 2,500. Okay, so saya transfer sini 2,500. Over here. Okay. Tak ada post. Post tak ada, kosong. Tak masuk kat sini kosong. Ni NCI. Post dah kosong. Preferred share capital pun tak ada. So tak adalah. Itu juga dengan yang ni tak ada NCI. Okay. NCI hanya untuk Goodwill saja, which is pengiraan Goodwill saja. So satu je lah NCI. Dia ada step number 1 tadi. So kat sini nilainya 2,500. Dan ni nama dia 1,000. Ambil saja nilai ni, transfer ke atas. 3,500. 3,550. NCI 2,500. This one 1,000. Okay kelas? Senang je. 3,550. Okay. So dapat nilai kat sini. Kira kelas berapa? 3,550 plus dengan 6,750. Dapat?
10,300.
10,300. Okay. NCI?
1,800.
4,800. This one will be 250. Ni settle. Sekejap je, dah siap. Okay. Macam ni you final nanti macam ni lah. Ini dah macam soalan final dah menjawab ni. Okay. Cuma tak ada associate saja. Okay. Dah balance. Okay. Boleh. Ada soalan? Berapa sekarang? Tak kita nak pergi 10. Okay, sempat. Okay. Sekarang nak kira. Kita nak teruskan ni. Betul tak? Kita punya apa ni? Kita punya group return profit at the end mesti 10,300, NCI 4,008. GOCE will be 2,050. Okay, betul tak? Okay. So yang ni saya tak nak buat dekat sini. Saya nak buat dekat sini. Okay. Alright. Schedule. Kita nak prepare schedule. Alright. So schedule kita akan ada kolom NCI, kolom group return profit, kolom group other component equity. So saya start dengan return profit of zigzag. Okay. Amount dia adalah sebanyak 10,000. Okay. Ada lagi? 10,000. Tolak impairment. Okay. Dalam schedule ni adalah kita prepare untuk dapatkan nilai end of the year. So kat sini kita masuk amount accumulated 600. Tolak lagi. Lagi ke tolak? Lagi ke? Lagi tolak? Debit return profit zigzag 375. Nilai profit 375. Betul kelas? Betul? Betul?
Betul.
So dapat apa tu? 10,000 minus 600 minus 375 dapat 9025. 9025. Then we go to return profit of Nova. Okay, return profit of Nova. Nilai kat sini. Okay, tengok balik timeline tadi. Oh, saya dapat. Okay, timeline tadi. Okay, dekat sini current year 11/19. Yang ni 31/12/19. Dia ada kat sini portion, separation dia daripada 1/4/19. Okay. So, remember yang ni semua adalah accumulated daripada awal hingga akhir. Kalau you still remember kita buat increase daripada tarikh DOA sehinggalah end of the year. So, saya pecah dua. Okay. First, saya buat kat sini dulu. Saya tekan yang ni dulu. First. Okay. Saya portionkan yang ni. Sebab yang ni tak ada portion. Yang ni, saya buat second one. Okay. So, saya start kat sini return profit Nova. Saya ambil dulu nilai kat sini balance BF. Nilai kat sini berapa? 2K kan? 2,000. Kat sini P dia 2K. Betul kelas? Betul kelas? Saya ambil 2K nilai pre dia pada 31st December 18, which is 1st January 19. And ni tolak dengan opening dia ataupun pre dia. Pre return profit 2,000. Kosong. Next, portion yang kedua return profit of Nova. Nilai dia saya ambil yang belakang ni. Apa ni? Nilai end of the year berapa? Kelas balance CF. Apa nilai dia? 4. Betul kelas? Opening campur dengan current year.
Betul.
Ini accumulated ni because nilai dalam schedule kita akan bawa ke Shopee. So mesti accumulated. Sebab tu impairment pun accumulated bukannya current year. Okay, so 4,000 tolak pre return profit. P maknanya tolak daripada ni lah. Awal ni, awal tahun. Awal tahunnya, which is this one is the balance BF. 2000. So, kita akan dapat nilai profit untuk tahun semasa, which is 2000. 2000 ni kita akan kali 3/12, satu lagi 2000 kali 9/12. Okay, saya padam ni sebab saya nak space. Jangan tangan lagi cepat. Punya pemadam tu comel sangat. Kecil. Okay. Tangan pun dia laju juga. Okay. Right. So, saya portion ni. Okay. Pada kat atas ni, ini kolom NCR. Okay. So, yang ni, yang first ni adalah 75/25 masa 3/12. 9 bulan, 60/40. So, 2000 kalikan dengan 3/12 dapat 500. Betul kelas? Betul?
Betul.
First one, 75/25. 25%. 125. 125 ni pada nilai 25%. And then kita akan dapat 75%, 375. 75%. And then 2000 ni times pula dengan 9/12. Yang ni kita kalikan dengan portion after DOD. Okay, 9 bulan tu dah nilai controlling baru, 60/40. So yang ni dapat 1,500 2000 kalikan dengan 9/12 dapat 1,500. Kalikan dengan 40%, kita akan dapat 400. Yang ni adalah 40%. Okay? Betul? 600. Betul? Salah. 600. Betul kan?
600.
600. And then, yang ni 900 will be 60%. Okay? I'm settled dah yang retain profit. Okay? Then we go to OCE of ZIGZAG. Okay, terus kolom belakang 1000. Okay, OCE of Nova 3000 minus pre-OCE minus 3000 kosong. Okay, NCI tak ada, yang ni pun tak ada. Saya kecilkan size. Sorry. Mana nak nampak? Okay, boleh nampak? Boleh lah Okay, ini. Nak total tu. OCI 1000. Okay, sebab ini lupa nak masuk satu lagi. Dekat OCI ni, tambah satu lagi. Sebab kita apa? Tolak apa kelas? Kita tolakkan dengan loss kat sini. Loss on disposal. Tolak kat sini. Okay. Loss on disposal. Apa ni? 750. Betul? Betul kelas?
Betul.
Patutnya tolak kat sini. Saya lupa. Patutnya item ni tak kat sini kelas. Sini bawah ni. Bawah OCE, zigzag. Tolakkan dengan 750. Okay, dapat 250. Okay, NCI ni. Okay, 125 tambahkan dengan 600. Pergi balik dekat je punya working tadi. Plus. Cuba tambah. 625. 125. Tambahkan dengan 600 yang tadi dekat schedule plus dengan 2,500 plus dengan 1,575. Berapa kelas?
1,800.
4,800. 4,800. Okay, group return profit. Kat atas kita ada tak ada bagian purchase, so tak ada effect on group return profit. So total dah sini 9025 plus 375 plus 900 is the 10,300
Yes.
Sama tak dengan jawapan kita tadi? Sama tak?
Sama.
Sama. Okay, ini adalah untuk self check. Okay. Right, ini ada question. Almost 10, 9, 10, 30 dah lebih dah. Okay, so I will share dengan you nanti solution tu. Okay, study, tengok dulu, fahamkan balik. Okay, and then because next meeting kita akan discuss the same question tapi kita tukar kepada different scenario subsidiary to associate. Itu saja. Soalan tak ada
No, madam.
Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Madam.
Madam.